No me venga, vale.
Welcome to Crime Cam USA. You're about to watch thieves being so ridiculously dumb you won't believe it's real. The moment they step inside, the alarm screams and regret hits even faster. A tough lesson for anyone who picks the wrong store to mess with. Right after a store was robbed, Officer Maharaj, though off-duty, stepped in and restrained the armed suspect. He disarmed the gunman and held him until backup arrived. He entered the bank believing he could intimidate everyone and get his way. But without warning, a customer jumped up and stopped him instantly. It was the kind of moment that made the whole room freeze.
No, estate quieto. Déjame, estate quieto.
Oh no. While most people were scrambling to grab a few bottles for their weekend party, this group stormed in and wiped the shelves clean in seconds, sparking shock and chaos at the peak of the holiday rush. He walked into the bank thinking he could intimidate everyone and walk away with what he wanted. Instead, a customer suddenly stood up and stopped him right there. It was one of those moments that made the entire room freeze. A thief broke into a jewelry store and tried smashing the display case, but no matter how hard he hit it, the glass wouldn't shatter. In the end, he had no choice but to run off empty-handed. The robber thought fear would be the quickest way to get cash. Instead, a brave female employee fought back and took him down immediately. Her courage stopped the situation from escalating inside the store. Shoplifting in a store that's equipped with cameras and security protocols already puts the suspect at a disadvantage. Getting caught on the spot proves the system is doing exactly what it's designed to do. Haha, he actually meant to rob a supermarket. But the way he did it was so absurd it felt more like a comedy than a crime scene. In the end, he only embarrassed himself. Unbelievable. A bold daytime robbery unfolded in London when a pawn shop was targeted right in front of pedestrians.
Give me what?
The incident highlights the need for stronger security to prevent similar crimes.
Your hands. Oh my God. Get off me. Oh my God, that's funny, the police.
It began as a simple exchange of words, but in seconds the mood shifted. Before anyone knew it, the two were standing face to face at the self-checkout, and everyone nearby could feel the tension in the air.
Throw my coke on the floor and then I put my phone the police.
From the police, yes. You have to wait until
No,
police come.
yeah,
Wait
he
until...
just assaulted me. Go for it.
Cierra la puerta, la persiana. Ciérrala. Ya. Ciérrala ya. No. Cuchillo. No me des.
Not every store is an easy target.
Cierra la persiana mejor. Bájalo.
Este cuchillo abajo.
Ciérralo. Pero yo te digo una cosa. Yo te mato, lo que tengas en la caja y me largo. No me vengas. Vale. Te mato.
The robber in Badalona learned that the hard way. A reminder, crime doesn't always go as planned.
Mire, me voy. Me voy porque me está dando ataque de ansiedad.
He figured he could make a quick escape, but what he didn't count on was that the jewelry store had more than shiny rings. It had a solid lock and a sharp-eyed owner. In the end, the only thing he walked away with was a lifelong lesson. The suspect had no idea officers were close and unknowingly walked straight into a trap. Thanks to the police's swift response, the situation ended safely. When a theft involves using a weapon or even threatening one, the punishment becomes far more severe. It's a clear reminder of how dangerous escalation can trigger serious legal consequences. He stormed into the phone shop thinking it would be an easy score with only one person there. But he badly misjudged the situation. The owner fought back fiercely, and the would-be thief panicked and fled in complete embarrassment. A man stood his ground and fought back when an armed suspect attacked him at an ATM, forcing the attacker to run away. The victim's reaction helped him escape the danger, but staying alert and avoiding confrontation is always the safer choice. What looks like a successful robbery in New Orleans flips in seconds, when the victim fights back and completely changes the outcome. From being the target to taking control. A few seconds of greed can turn into charges, a criminal record, and consequences that last for years. Instead of taking what isn't yours, the right move is always to follow the law and earn things the honest way. They were willing to break the law and trespass on someone else's property just to take a flag. But only minutes later, the suspect was stopped. Respecting other people's property is never asking too much.
It's a black shirt.
The man foolishly tried to run when police approached, all over 2 bottles of wine suspected to be stolen. His escape didn't last long, as he was quickly arrested and held for investigation.
You good to go? No, leave it on. Yep. Once you run that door. Yep. Roll over on your knees. And not that way, hey. Stand up.
Hard to believe. A flash mob rushed a North Face store and completely took over. In just a few frantic minutes, they ran off with nearly $30,000 in merchandise. Bold and honestly alarming. No one could believe what they were seeing. A forklift rolled straight into the mall and stopped at the ATM. Moments later, the suspect hoisted the machine and vanished into the night. A group of armed robbers stormed into a jewelry store and tried to shatter a display case with a hammer. But the plan quickly unraveled when the glass wouldn't break, and they panicked and ran. He walked in holding an axe and started striking the security glass. But within seconds, the alarm went off. Staff called the police, and the robbery plan collapsed into a rushed escape out the back door. No one really knows his true motive, and his unusual behavior is putting space safety at risk. Authorities should be contacted immediately. Even if it only takes a few seconds, the consequences can last far longer. As security technology continues to advance, intentionally taking what isn't yours only increases the risk of legal trouble and criminal charges. Car break-ins at apartment parking lots are becoming more common, making residents increasingly alert and uneasy. What used to be rare is now turning into a real concern. If someone believes a late-night break-in goes unnoticed, infrared cameras would strongly disagree. A bright white shape moving through a dark room isn't exactly the definition of staying anonymous. Those teens thought stealing would be a quick rush. Then the cameras saw it all, the alarm blared, and the excitement died instantly. When the cuffs snapped shut, reality hit harder than fear ever could. Instead of something to brag about, they found themselves riding in the back of a police car.
Yeah. Okay, so we know though that she for surely. Yes.
What's your sister's name? Why? Just because she's here. Can you explain to me again? Because I don't know why I'm being right.
Because you put items in your purse.
No, I didn't.
Because you committed a crime.
No, I didn't. Look. So even if you don't, look, and then this, even if you're not on camera that I took anything, then what's going on? I need you to wait outside for me.
Okay, guys. Talk to me.
Can you let me know something, please? Stop it. I know. So look at the camera. Someone on the other side and feed me the seatbelt. He from here is threw me off that I'm going to do it. Not even. That's too tight, yeah.
The robbers didn't waste any time getting away from the gas station, but the cameras and police moved even faster. The search is still underway, with investigators steadily putting the pieces together. He robbed a gas station, thinking he could vanish into the night. Police shut that idea down fast. Within minutes, the chase ended in handcuffs and a ride to jail. After several high-profile break-ins around the area, police have finally named a suspect. The man, who has a prior theft conviction, has been taken back into custody and now faces additional charges. And that's what happens when thieves pick the wrong target. Every bad decision, every second of panic, caught on camera. If you want more real moments like this, subscribe to Crime Cam USA and stay tuned for what comes next.